And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about why Thrive is perfect for you in your business, how it is right now. I am fresh off a hip hop lesson in my living room from my 7-year-old and my 4-year-old. And the only reason I have time to learn how to do the Donut King move and the KFC move and the kick spin move that they were just having me sweat through is because I have time set aside in my life to A, run my business, and B, spend time with my family. And for so many of us, we feel like we have to be doing all of those things at the same time. And that's when that guilt creeps in. That's when that overwhelm creeps in. That's when we feel like we are just not, we're the master of everything and not doing any of the things well. And so really why I developed Thrive was because I was having so many coaching clients come to me and say, I just can't get that balance right. I cannot seem to get a hold of things. My business is going okay and I'm really enjoying the work that I'm doing in it, but I'm not able to grow and scale in the way that I want to because I feel like I'm being pulled back. You know, every time I try and progress forward, I get pulled back by the obligations that I have in my community and also around my family. And I want to spend more time with my kids and I want to be able to be there for them for reading groups and to go to the school assembly, but I just can't find a way to put all of that together. And so Thrive was really born out of a way to firstly educate women in business on how they can grow their business, and secondly, empower them to be able to spend the time that they have really well, empower them to be able to decompartmentalize the different aspects of their life in order to be able to be present in the places that they're at. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Thrive. What is Thrive? Who is it for? What is it about? In the hope that if you are one of the people who is on the fence, who you've been hearing me talking about it for a while, perhaps you know people who did it last year or the year before. Perhaps you've listened to the episodes where they talk about how much they loved it and how they had a great time. And you're thinking, I'd really like to invest this year, but I just don't know. It's, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of money. It's all those things. We're going to talk about all of that today. So firstly, Thrive is a 6-month accelerator coaching program. So it's a group program, but part of that group program is you get one-on-one time with me. So not only are you going to be learning new things and being able to put those new things into practice in your business, you're also going to get one-on-one time with me to be able to sit down and practically take your learnings and be able to implement them in your individual business. So we can really tailor it to suit you, where the business is currently and where you want the business to go. So we talk all things business strategy, which is tailored to your own business. We give you practical and really tactical tips and information and education and content to help you improve in all aspects of your business. And we also give you accountability, because it's one thing to be learning all these things, but the doing is where you get the action and where you get the payoff. And so we want you to be not only learning this stuff, but actually putting it into practice too. So you get monthly accountability and coaching to support you and to help you grow your business. Now, Thrive is for small business owners who want to grow and scale, no matter what stage of business you're at. If you have a business and you feel like it can do more, you feel like it has potential, but you're just not sure how to action that. You're not sure how to get yourself from where you are now to where you want to be. Or perhaps you're just feeling stuck. You've been doing what you've been doing for a while. It's going well, but you want to take it to the next level. Perhaps you want to earn a little bit more money. Perhaps you want to have a little bit more freedom in terms of your time, and you're just not quite sure where to go and how to get that in reality. Thrive is for you. It's one thing to be able to learn all this stuff, but the second part of it is being able to put it all together. So it's not a really time-intensive program. Yes, it goes for 6 months, but you have monthly coaching, which is happens for an hour. You have monthly accountability, which happens for another hour. So that's 2 hours. And then you have the one-on-ones on top of that. And then any other time you want to invest in it is totally up to you. So you're not turning up, for 8 hours a day once a month, or for 5 days in a row during the 6-month period. It's really spread out so that you have the ability to do the learning, to process the learning, and then to implement the learning. And then we catch up again and go again. We learn some stuff, we let that simmer, then we implement, and then we catch up again. And part of the accountability is that we have these office hours sessions that's where everybody comes together, and there's no agenda. So it's not that we're coming together to learn something in particular. We're not coming together for me to, preach on a certain topic. It's that we come together and it's open slather. How are you going? Where are you at? What's ticked you off this week? What's a win that you've had this week? And everybody shares. And for people in Thrive in the past, they have raved about that element of the program, because whilst it was something that they didn't have to prepare for, and they could come to, in their pajamas with a glass of wine or a cup of tea, they found that by listening to other people and other people's challenges and being able to weigh in and help other people to solve the problems that they have, and it's all facilitated by myself, but being able to be in that environment and to be able to listen and to share was really, really valuable, because they picked up things for their own business that perhaps they just hadn't thought of before, or they got to see things that other people were doing in business that were working really well for them, and then got to be able to take that back into their business to figure out a way that they could implement that for their own customer engagement or for their own, increase in engagement. So it has different elements to it. It's not kind of the same kind of thing every month, but you never know what you're going to get when you turn up on those calls. So as I said, it's not a massive time commitment. Yes, 6 months is a long time, but you're turning up an hour for coaching and an hour for accountability. And in that time, you have to commit to those times, because you have to show up, because you're investing in it. So you want to be there and you want to get the most out of it. And the people that turn up to all of those calls and do really invest are the people that get the most out of it. Some people come gung-ho and they're there in April and they're there in May, and then they forget in June, and then they're busy in July. And then by August, it's kind of fallen off the radar, and they don't get as much value and they don't see the difference in their business. So we give you all the dates ahead of time. You can look at those. You can check that they work for you. You can put them aside in your diary, and then you can just leave it and just wait for it to turn up. And then you turn up and get all the good stuff. So we want you to be able to not be overwhelmed by the amount of time commitment. Yes, the implementation is going to need time. You're going to need to put time aside to be working on your business, not just in your business, but every business needs to do that, whether you're doing Thrive or not. So if you feel like you are tired of working really hard and tired of being on that hamster wheel, and know that you can have bigger impact in your business, but you're not quite sure where to start, then get that support that you crave and get that education that you deserve, and get yourself into Thrive, because you will have the opportunity to improve. You will have the opportunity to be able to look at your business through a different light, and you will see a really big difference. I want to talk about Lucy, and Lucy appeared as part of our podcast series talking about her experience, but something she said about Thrive that I've been, sharing on my socials, and there's on our sales page, says, in 2021, I told myself that my business was too new to invest in Thrive. And what I realize now as a member of Thrive in 2022 is that it's actually the most valuable investment I've made for myself and for my business. And Lucy was one of those people that turned up to every call and turned up, to every accountability session, came with great questions. And what she's been able to do with her photography business, the way in which she's been able to scale the business itself, but also put aside time for her family. Lucy's just had her in-laws here over the summer period, and she's been able to put time aside and really have, quality time and build relationship with her parents, and for them to build relationship with her kids, and really enjoy that period of time that she said to me she wasn't sure she was going to be able to have if she was going to be pushing and hustling the entire time to keep the business going. But because of what she's learned and the practices and policies and procedures that she put in place, she was able to do some work, but also, and keep the money coming in, but also really enjoy that time. And I guess that's what Thrive is all about, being able to find that really that sweet spot between all of the obligations that you have in your life, and to be able to make the most out of all of the things. So the things that you're going to learn in Thrive, you're going to learn about goal setting, because of course we need to be able to figure out where we want to go. We can't just, take off and hope for the best. So you're going to be setting goals that are tangible and reachable. And then we're going to be working towards those goals with, action steps. I love to talk about action steps. We're going to make changes in your business that help you free up your time to work on the things that really matter to you. So you'll stop being busy and you'll start being productive. If you have a team, we'll teach you how to get the most out of your team, how to manage that team. If you don't have a team, we'll teach you where to start bringing people on to help you, whether that is contractors, whether that's employees. And we, map out that for you so that you can really see what's going to be most valuable for you and your business. We ensure that your marketing message is clear so that you're reaching your ideal customers, so that you're not kind of just making content for the sake of content. You're really getting into it and making sure that you are attracting the people that are going to spend money from you and not attracting the people that are just going to waste your time. We make sure that you know how to track the important numbers in your business and how to make your business work for you instead of against you. And so there's a lot in Thrive. You get 6 months worth of group coaching calls. As I said, it's the group coaching happens once a month. You get one-on-one sessions with me. You get some goal setting workshops as part of that as well. And we're also, we have a Thrive WhatsApp group as well. So if at any time during the 6 months or even afterwards, because we have a really strong alumni community as well, if at any time you feel like, oh, this is, I'm stuck here, I don't know what to do, you can reach out to Thrivers and reach out to anybody as part of our group and be able to say, this happened to me today, what do I do? Or this happened to me, I just want people to tell me that I'm not alone. Or, we had this great win this week and we got this, this many new customers, or we got this new contract. And you will have people around you then to support you and to step up with you. So if you're thinking that you need to wait until you have more experience, or if you think you have to wait till you have a bigger team, or you've, got your stuff together more, that's you self-sabotaging. Because if you're listening to this and you're still here, and we're, 12 minutes into the episode, if you're still here, then you probably know that Thrive is exactly what you need. And because it's a small group, we tailor it to exactly where you are right now. That's why the individual coaching sessions are really important, as well as the group coaching sessions. So don't let that self-sabotage kind of overtake you. Thrive is perfect no matter what stage of business you're at. We can make sure that it gets you where you need to go. And don't be like Lucy in saying that, she wanted to do it in 2021, but she thought she wasn't ready. And then by the time she did it in 2022, she realized she should have done it in 2021. Don't you spend the next 6 months or 12 months, because if you don't enroll now, you have to wait until April next year. You don't want to fall further behind on your to-do list. You don't want to keep doing the same thing that you're doing now and feeling the same overwhelm and feeling the same pressures, because nothing changes if nothing changes. But if you join Thrive, you can make long-lasting changes that will have a huge impact on your business and on your life. You'll feel in control and you'll feel energized, and you'll get that kind of buzz and that passion back for your business. That was the reason that you started your business in the first place. So we kick off on April 1st. I really do hope you can join me, especially if what we've been talking about today really resonates with you. I'm bragging about it because I'm proud of it. I know it gets results. I love working with these incredible women, especially ones who feel like they're not quite ready, because that is a beautiful place to be, because you have the ability to do so much learning and make so much change and see such big impact in your business. So if that is you, if you're feeling like you want to reach out, then do it right now. Don't put it off till later. Don't think I'll get in touch later. Pull the car over to the side of the road, send me a DM on Instagram, or just jump on to Simply Stacey Morgan and pay your deposit and secure your spot. Because as I said, it is a small group. There's been a lot of interest this year, and I don't want you to miss out if it's something that you think is right for you. So you can find out more at simplystaceymorgan.com. Get in touch with me however you like. The link is in the bio as well if you just want to go to Instagram. If you've been listening to this and you want to put your hand up and say, this is me, then just take a screenshot of this episode, stick it on your Insta story and tag me, and just write, I'm in, or just do that emoji with the girl with the hand up. And then I'll know what you're talking about. But I do hope you can join us for Thrive for this year. And I do appreciate you taking the time to listen to this episode. Thank you so much for being here, and we will be back with episode 97 next week.